Greetings, I hope you're good and well. I'm doing a book review today for High Life by Matthew Stokoe. I was led on to this book after reading Cows by the same author, which I loved. This second book was published in the early 2000s, and I would describe it as a neo-noir commentary on Hollywood culture and Hollywood fame culture. The basic storyline revolves around a young man who lives in Hollywood in a cheap apartment. He's got no money. He's struggling to make a name for himself in Hollywood when one day his drug-addicted girlfriend gets murdered. And the murder of his girlfriend somehow drags him down into this dark, seedy underbelly of Hollywood, where he meets an array of dodgy, unsavoury characters. The book is every bit as shocking as Cows. Cows is a shocking book, but this book matches it, or maybe even surpasses it. Everything is on offer here. You've got sex scenes including BDSM. You've got a warehouse scene where a group of men are crowding around, paying money to watch a young woman being killed with a jackhammer. You've got prostitution scenes where the prostitute eats shit. You've got necrophilia. You've got scenes where a dead body is being cut open. Sorry, not a dead body. A living person is being operated on, and then their organs are taken out and a woman touches herself and masturbates with the organs. You've got everything. It's all in this book. In fact, at times it felt as though the author was just trying to think of every shocking thing he could and trying to cram it all into one book. But, as you know, I do enjoy shocking books. I actually seek out shocking books. So, in a way, it was quite a treat for me to read it.
Thank you for making it to the halfway point of this video. This is a quick message to let you know that I have a range of horror and science fiction books available, and most of them are completely free. If you enjoy my videos, you might also enjoy my stories. It's also a great way to support my work. Read one of my books for free, leave a review for it, and you'll be helping me to grow as an author and a book reviewer. And if you want exclusive updates about my upcoming publications, consider joining my mailing list. You'll also receive a free audiobook for doing so. All of the links are in the description box below. Now, back to the video.
Underneath the smut of this book, there's actually a very well-written work of art. The book is full of poetic prose, just like Cows, actually. The prose is amazing, and there's an underlying message underneath all of the gore and all of the violence. And the main message I got from this book is, when you've got a scene like Hollywood, when you've got TV culture and Hollywood culture, there's always some kind of undercurrent, a shady undercurrent just under the surface. And High Life explores that shady undercurrent in a very creative way and a very entertaining way. It's entertaining. The book is daring as well. I stress the word daring. And all good books are daring. This book doesn't hold back, and it's a good thing. He wasn't worried about offending anybody. I can't imagine he was at all. I mean, it's just got everything in here. So, yeah, you know, it's got the smut and the violence, which is entertaining, and it's also got the depth as well. It's got the depth and it's got the hidden meaning. It's strange, really. I talk about being smutty and having these shocking scenes. It can be a good thing or a bad thing in several ways. Because this book is so full of shocking scenes, it kind of prevents it from being up there with high-end works of art. There's a foreword in this book from the publisher, and in the forewords the publisher states that it's an absolute travesty that this book is not remembered in the same light as American Psycho and Fight Club. Now, when I read that, I thought, you know, slow down a bit. And then I read the book, and after reading the book, I don't think it's quite up there with American Psycho or Fight Club. But come to think of it, American Psycho has got scenes that are more shocking than the scenes in this book. So I kind of don't know what to think here. I was about to say that, you know, the gore and the violence and the feces sex scenes prevent it from being like American Psycho, but my American Psycho does have that. So is it up there with American Psycho? It's a critique of culture like American Psycho. It's kind of socio-political in that sense. I'm tempted to say it isn't up there with American Psycho or Fight Club. I'm tempted to say it's not as high end, but it is more entertaining. I mean, I've stated before that American Psycho is hard to get through. I've read it twice, American Psycho, well, maybe 3 times, and it's quite a chore to read that book, but it wasn't a chore to read High Life. So what does that tell you, you know? I think at the end of the day, I would choose entertainment. I would choose daring novels over high-end novels anyway. Do you know what? High Life gets a thumbs up from me. I highly recommend it to you. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I don't do that for any old book. I gave it 5 stars, and after reading Cows and this book, I actually recommend them both. Read Cows and High Life on my recommendation. You'll be highly entertained, you'll be shocked, you'll be riveted, and you'll be swept away by surprisingly poetic prose. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back in 2 weeks with another book review. In the meantime, try to have a good day on this daring, edgy, smutty piece of rock we call Earth. Lots of literary love. Goodbye.